Good morning from Cebu.
Mayong buntag, mayong gabi, wherever you are in the world.
Mayang buntag, mayang pom, mayang gabi, wherever you happen to be.
Yep.
Yes, Cindy's checking the. Hey, and it works. Yeah, we double checked that the streaming is working. That she uses her Team Row channel to verify everything's good.
Yeah, 4 people already.
Oh, very cool. And verify that we're getting comments. So last night was our very first night in the condo.
Sleeping here in the condo. Yay!
That we are basically moved.
Yes.
That we have special guests with us.
Papa is there, Mama is there.
The Papa Mama Quave.
Salamat.
Mama Papa are going to be staying with us for a few days.
Hi, lady farmers. Thanks, big. Gotcha. Watching here. Thank you. Thanks for watching and joining us today.
That we get to go burn a hole in our credit card today.
Don't exaggerate. Not really.
That I'm not sure. We may rotate this 90. The window's kind of blowing out the exposure.
Yeah.
You want to rotate 90 facing the kitchen?
Yeah.
All right. Give us a second. We're going to rotate 90 so that the camera's not quite so overexposed. Okay, come on over here.
Grab my chair. I'm in town. I've got a good signal. And my phone, I got a good signal.
Hey, go figure. Someplace in the Philippines, you got a poor signal. Wow. The American sarcasm coming out. I'm sorry.
I know. I don't like that some days.
That
There you go.
yeah, we're having to reset. I didn't realize it was quite that bad being blown out. But speaking of bad signal, we've got 150 megabyte plus in our downstairs, but the minute you go upstairs, we've got like 4 megabyte.
We're doing great.
We need to get one of those mesh signals.
Thank you, lady farmer.
We're actually doing really cool. Somebody's doing really well. And Little Pumpkin's doing very well too.
We get good exercise coming, walking down from the stairs up, back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know if you realize that Cindy's going to have a baby. That we're calling it Little Pumpkin at the moment because we're having it in October.
Yep.
That the original due date estimate was October 31st, so we thought it was kind of funny that it was Halloween baby. Hence the nickname Little Pumpkin worked out well because that works for either boy or a girl.
Yeah.
Mama and Papa actually got to go down in the neighborhood and took a tricycle.
Yes.
And went and got us dinner last night.
Correct.
There's a barbecue joint nearby. And they passed a whole bunch of foodstuffs. And Papa and I explored the neighborhood trying to find where to buy water. And then, irony of ironies, the brother, somebody they know from Sabunga, actually showed up in the cul-de-sac selling water.
Yeah.
And so it was the initial was right at the same, the best we could do. And the refills were about 5 pesos cheaper than what we could do. And he's got a little tricycle that he delivers us every few days. And we just need to keep an eye out for him. It's somebody I think Cindy knows or knows of at least.
Yeah. Always enjoy together because my partner passed away recently. Anyways, I always like to watch you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That's a real hard one. My son My son from my previous marriage did. His granddad's in the hospital.
Yeah.
That him and a friend are renting the house, and he let me know that they may be a little bit short on rent. I told him, don't worry about it. Just get us what you can, and he did. That he's having to fly back to Florida. From Arizona to Florida is about the same distance from here to Tokyo.
Yeah.
From Philippines to Tokyo, so it's quite a ways. But and the tickets are priced accordingly. But he wants to go back and spend, say goodbye to his granddad, and I don't begrudge him that in the least. That's hard.
Correct.
So yes, you have our condolences.
Yeah. So far we enjoy each other, aside from we have some arguments, intense discussion and so on. But we managed to enjoy each other's company. So.
We're still getting along well enough that we're able to call them intense discussions instead of arguments. And we've had a couple during this move.
Oh yeah.
And moving is just such a pain in the tush and just so stressful. And
yeah.
with everything else going on top of it, and somebody being a little short-tempered because of all the emotions and moods and issues with pregnancy and everything else, that it's adding another layer of fun to the situation.
So,
yeah, the one part that white guys having a hard time dealing with is the downstairs, that there's 2 ACs in 2 of the bedrooms. And the downstairs doesn't have. Yeah, we've been in 1 or 2 of those infamous Filipino lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one we had to go through, somebody didn't have terrible patience with them.
I know.
We were trying to get our driver's license, and all we were doing is getting our cards, the physical card, the physical license itself. There we go, there's a camera.
Yeah.
And she's pregnant and I'm disabled, so we both got priority seating. And we got passed by a couple of people that had fixers come in and help them, and we wound up spending about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Somebody was way less than happy and let the gentleman know in the end.
I'm not really like super angry, but I'm just expressing. I'm expressing. Yeah, I'm allowed to say it.
She wasn't on the receiving end of it, so.
I don't care. I'm just.
And it was horribly frustrating, especially because we were supposed to be a priority lane.
Yeah.
No worries, enjoy. Yeah, because you're going through kind of the same situation right now with your passport renewal.
Yeah. So around 3 o'clock tonight, this afternoon, I don't know, I only have like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to find a schedule on. So I need to check, take a picture of my passport and what's the other one? Marriage certificate. So I might need to get ready on that one before later. I don't know. Just so much, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
My birth certificate, marriage certificate, and passport. Damn, so much, and there's 16 pages. Okay, well.
Yeah, because otherwise, it's what, September before you can get in?
Yeah.
And your passport expires before then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's ready April 13th.
Oh. Oops. It is not that big of a deal. We're not going anywhere anyhow, and I don't think we can leave country. And especially with you pregnant, I don't think they'd let you leave.
Yeah.
You might have a challenge flying. I don't know. But anyways, it's not urgently important, but yeah, it's Marky Shoemake. He assumed he was going to be able to come over and get his wife to do a passport. And I told him, nah, you better be getting an appointment now.
Yeah.
And he said, screw that. I'll just go down to Dumagetti and get it. But that option is open for him.
There's a lot in Dumagetti.
But is there another one here at Cebu Island somewhere?
No.
Oh. Okay, so Plan B just isn't in existence at this point in time. Gotcha. Oh well. Again, like there's not a whole lot of urgency to it. But yeah, the Filipino Lions were definitely not victims of, but veterans of. There we go, veterans of.
Be nice. So I like that.
A couple years ago, getting when you need to get our marriage certificate and your birth certificate and stuff.
I like Papa Hunt.
Because Papa was a senior, so he was able to get priority lane. She made Papa go do it for her.
Correct.
It's a 40-year smoker. It's not COVID, okay?
Yeah.
Just clearing that up. Today we got to go down and get, what all do we get?
We get some supplies, like groceries.
Yeah, we got to
and
get a
stuff.
crap load of supplies. Oh, buddy said the 600. There you go. Yeah, we get a stove, a rice cooker, water dispenser, water kettle, chopping board, plunger, dustpan, outside broom, dish drainer, food containers, microwave, possibly an iron and ironing board, oven. Yeah, so we got to get a bunch of stuff. It's kind of, some of it's on kind of a wish list, some of it's kind of on a necessity list.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a busy day because we got to still go over and get the remainder of the stuff and get the food from the condo.
Yep, groceries.
And then get groceries at the when we're out getting all that other stuff. But it's going to be a bit of a big day, that's for sure.
Correct. We need to have lunch, really good lunch. Either KFC.
Yeah, 'cause,
Jollibee.
Other than Julie's, I don't think anybody's had breakfast yet either because we haven't got anything to cook with.
We get rice. I have rice with banana.
It's a good thing you guys like rice.
Yeah. So we have breakfast.
But we were a little bit late getting started this morning because I was trying to get everything ready. And
Yeah, will not take so long. Maybe we'll do 30 minutes.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm
Or
figuring.
15
Because
minutes,
mall's starting opening up about 10.
yeah.
And although we've got Jujo's car with the here, there, and elsewhere we're stopping,
Yeah, we just-
we're probably just going to take the cab and let them do the delivery thing anyhow.
yeah. Or if we can grab some other stuff that we can, that's fine. You know, if we could carry it, might as well. The important part,
Yeah.
rice cooker, electric stove.
Well, they'll deliver it today.
Oh, they will deliver it to them. Okay. If they
Uh,
want-
Yeah, last time Amazing Philippines went down, he actually rode home with the delivery people. They delivered him as well as the items.
That's good.
But yeah, today's is going to be kind of short. We're going to keep down to about a half an hour. And just kind of give everybody a little bit of an update of what's going on and see where things are at. Tomorrow, I'm going to grab Papa, and at 9 o'clock, we're going to go. Papa and I are going to go explore the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The cell signals seem to be working pretty well here. It's in a little bit better area of Cebu, and so you know they keep things up a little bit better here. And Papa and I are just going to go wander the neighborhood and let him say hi to people and meet people, and we'll just do our walking live stream that way this week
Yeah.
for tomorrow. Sorry about missing yesterday, but yesterday just kind of got busy, and I intended on kind of doing that yesterday, but it just didn't happen, and that's not a huge deal. Getting moved was the important thing yesterday.
Yes. Thank you.
There we go. The
Okay.
close-ups are nice, but I didn't, yeah, my head was getting chopped off, so I just try to reframe this a little bit better.
Yeah.
We've got a really nice office type room upstairs.
Hi, Brandon.
Hey, good morning, Brandon. How you doing today?
Good evening.
Good evening, Brandon. How you doing
Yeah.
today? Or how was your day at this point, I guess? Yeah, it's been one of those days. Like we said, we got moved in. We're in a new place.
Yeah.
We've still got a few things to move over, and we got to go down, and we're going to be burning a hole in the credit card.
Sorry, don't say.
And getting some appliances and such. Oh yeah, I'm way familiar with those lists. I get those lists, the honeydew lists all the time.
Okay.
You know what honeydew lists are?
Kind of.
Yeah. Hey honey, can you do this? Oh, honey, can you do that?
I don't really do that. You always do that. Hey, can you get me? Can you get me? Hey, can you do that? Hey.
Okay, maybe I give honeydew lists all the time.
Yes. I'm trying my best, even if I'm hurting. I was not.
Good,
You can do it.
And then you also go with, well, since you're doing that, you can do that.
Yep, that's true.
I'm gonna try and get a little bit of video of today, just kind of B-roll type stuff,
Yeah.
and see if I can put together a little montage about our move. Any of you guys that are Facebook friends, or page, like our Facebook page, yeah, plug for our Facebook page, Build to Phoenix. We took some photos of the car packing yesterday and posted a humorous one about moving Filipino style that we had just overloaded that poor guy.
It's like so jam-packed, full pack. Hi, Philippine.
Hey, Philippine experience. That we got your new room upstairs. It's ready. Come on out. We're ready for you. They're talking about reopening. They're talking about reopening for people who can get visas, which you should be able to qualify. You might be able to qualify. But yeah, this place is actually kind of bigger than I expected.
Yeah. We could do Christmas party here.
Oh,
We'll let the people sleep in the floor.
I told Rick, I haven't told Buddy yet, so I know he doesn't listen to these, that I'm going to have him and Rick around the August box up at Christmas Village and send it.
Oh, I saw you already give that to Buddy.
No.
You will be disappointed.
Yes, he will be. I've got a really cool Christmas village that I've spent 20 years gathering together.
You think it would not be broken?
I think if they pack it carefully, and because they're all in the big styrofoam containers.
Where do you want to put this there? Village. Outside village.
That might be an idea.
We'll see.
That might be an idea. That might not. Yeah, we're talking about future
But
things.
you
I'm
said
sorry.
it's 220.
Yeah.
220.
Right, but it's just light bulbs. I can change those out into 220 light bulbs.
That would be a lot of expenses, sir.
No. I can see we have some discussion to do on that one. I've got a really
You
cool
were
Christmas
just
village.
shocking. You're just shocking me. I'm just like, oh,
Well, I've got a really cool Christmas village that is pretty
you just
extensive.
talk to me before you nonsense.
It takes a big 4x8 sheet of plywood to display. I had a really cool display set up back in the States.
I've actually have pictures from them. So.
Oh, okay, we'll have to post some pictures one of these days. And I think they may, I don't know. Anyways.
That's a long way.
my
I'm still.
My son kind of kind of to it. He desperately wants it. But I really like it. It's something that means a lot to me. And so I told him if we can't move it, we'll probably give it to you. But if we can, we're going to try and move it. But we obviously need to have one of those discussions that may wind up being an intense discussion. But anyways, so Philippine Experience, you're going to be here next month? Is the family coming or?
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you missed that, didn't you? But a lot of this stuff is going to be coming. Oh, very cool. You managed to convince the wife to come too. Very cool. We'll have to hook up when you guys get here. Say hi.
That's good.
Then maybe a good excuse to take a trip down to Argyle too.
Yep.
So what else is going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're still trying to explore the neighborhood. There's some really neat things. Like I said, Mama, Papa, we had gotten a heads up that there's a really cool.
Mother-in-law, father-in-law. So.
Oh, cool. You weren't kidding. Everybody's coming. You'll take up the entire plain section, which
6 people.
is not a bad thing. Yeah, you'll take up 2 rows easy.
Yeah. Correct.
That's very cool. So are Mama and Papa coming back to stay, or are they coming back for a visit and then heading back to the States? Because I remember you saying something about getting passports and all that fun stuff again. So
yeah.
But my head's missing a groove that I just wound up in a rut. I didn't even manage to get back to a groove. Yeah, I can't blame you that I was talking with a friend of mine today that's still there in the States. And I guess we got some good timing in getting out.
Yeah.
I can't say that that there's not some issues here, but yeah, he's saying at least in Arizona that it's getting kind of strange. And he's looking to try and come here. That he's got some personal issues he needs to get resolved. And as soon as he gets them resolved, that he's looking to come here probably 3-6 months at a crack as soon as he possibly can. But he's got a really bad situation. I mean, he doesn't have any connection to the Philippines. And so is looking at maybe 6 months or more before he can even hope to come just because of that.
Yeah.
But he's getting the age where he can start applying for Social Security and all that fun stuff. And so that's going to take a couple months to get through. So it's not a huge deal. It's not like he wants to leave. Well, he wants to leave today, but it's not like he's able to leave today. And in the end, I don't think either one of us regret coming here. Although it's been a bit of an adjustment for.
I'm doing good. Aside from John.
I a couple times have got grumpy Cindy rather looking me in the eye and decided to start taking a different tact.
Don't blame me. All the time.
Generally. But I'm good with that for right now. Mostly.
Yeah, you're the reason. No, I'm kidding. Most of the time. You're the reason why I'm grumpy. So you added me some stress.
Downstairs doesn't have any AC whatsoever. So yes, I am hot, and that's what I'm trying to do is keeping.
Just yeah. At least you have AC in the room.
I do, and I appreciate that. I'm thankful for it.
And you said a while ago, roasted so and so.
But you think these discussions are fun? You ought to see some of our normal routine discussions. But I was just explaining to people why I was wiping down the table and then wiping down the floor.
Well, that's the wire, Mr. Wolf.
Yes.
Is it that a sign? You're the reason.
As a matter of fact, I think it is,
Yes.
but just a little bit different purpose. I don't think you're the reason why I'm grumpy would be a number one hit. Although it would be a little bit more honest than most songs. That might make a great country song. I'd like to, and this is something that we've talked about, but I'm hoping we can find a church nearby here that might have services in English.
Right now we're doing online, so. In the US.
And then you want to go to food. What's that grocery store down here?
Fuda.
Fuda? Yeah, Fuda. Looking for their prices. And what we're going to be spending this week exploring the neighborhood, which is a big reason why I'm going to grab Papa tomorrow. And him and I are just going to walk the neighborhood and explore.
Yeah.
And see what's going on. And so that one would probably be a way more cool video to watch. And that way Cindy can get some rest, or Mama can kind of watch the live stream. So yeah, any Visayan or Tagalog speakers, you'll have a definite advantage tomorrow. And you and I've walked the neighborhood. I've walked the neighborhood, and it's a really cool neighborhood. We do have a little bit of a squatters area behind us, right by the Guadalupe River. Yeah. And even that is a way nicer area that I've seen a lot of these.
Patrick Fraser.
Oh, very cool. Okay, I'll give you a land reference. That you know where Union Hills and I-17 is? We were at 31st Avenue in Union Hills. Not quite North Phoenix, but pretty much North Phoenix, north side of Phoenix.
Yeah.
We weren't quite in a ritzy area. We were still in a working class area. We were south of Union Hills.
You're silly.
But Union Hills 101 is the kind of the dividing line between working class and the SoCi, the ritzy area.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Didn't you notice a change in houses? That they went from,
I ignore them. I don't care.
They went from big to stupid big.
Yeah, Brandon is in Levine Southwest. Okay, West Side. There's a lot of Filipinos there.
There's a ton of Filipinos, and a friend of ours that he was a workmate of mine, and for years that I was working with him, and with his looks and name, I thought he was Mexican. I didn't realize he was Filipino until
it's
just
in
about
Mesa, right? Oh no, Chandler.
Yeah, he's in Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
Until just before I met Cindy, I didn't realize he was Filipino. Mm-hmm. And indirectly, he was kind of the reason Cindy and I met. Both him and I scuba dive, and I was looking for a place to go. And in the end of a discussion, he said, "Well, why don't you look at the Philippines? It's, plane ticket there will cost you more than a 2-week stay."
Yeah.
And that's kind of what started the ball rolling for the events that led up to Cindy and I meeting. And we finally did go scuba diving here in the Philippines. Although somebody messed it up, so they can't go scuba diving for another year.
You can go. I'll just let you.
Ziggy.
I'll sleep.
I kind of figured that would probably be the better thing. Oh, I didn't realize you'd spend time in Phoenix.
You see that I've lived in Phoenix about 100 years ago. Patrick's after COVID, I'm hoping to visit Doma and Valencia area. Yeah, that's a good place.
Oh, very cool. Brandon, I gotta ask this one. When you met, did your wife swim? This kind of boggles my mind, but most Filipinas I've met that grow up within freaking stone's throw of the ocean don't swim.
You know.
Ah.
Hey,
And
that's our talent. We don't swim. Who cares? Or
but you look cute and you're nice. You're really sweet
we're
people.
like a mermaid.
Don't feel bad. Same thing.
At least I could dog swim.
She could doggy paddle when we got together.
Yeah.
On that trip, I taught her how to back float,
Yeah, learn fast,
and that was way cool.
And then later on, I learned how to swim.
And
Even it's so deep. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you're more bold in the water than I am at this point.
Correct.
That we've been snorkeling a bunch here since we've got back.
Yes.
Well, not a bunch. We've been snorkeling a few times, and she's way bolder in the water than I am.
Yes. You can even go to the deeper one. You should come back here.
That's why you bring your air with you in the Philippines. I've kind of got the padding that helps float, but you bring your air with you and you haven't to worry about it.
Before my mother passed, she was taken care of by Filipinas in Chandler. Oh, we have a care home friend in Chandler, a friend of who owns a care home.
Yeah, that
Yeah, her
actually we've
name.
got a couple friends that own care homes.
Yeah, in Chandler and everywhere.
But Filipinos' basic nature is beautiful for that, and that's why they do make such great medical personnel.
Customer service.
And Filipinas in particular.
Actually, not customers. It's more of care, like healthcare, like care.
Well, and that's part of the reason why you guys do so well with the BPO, the customer service lines and stuff like that, is you do.
Well, you yelled at us.
But you don't yell back like an American would.
You
Nor
just
do you
use the
hang up
letter
on us.
F and what's up? I talk. Yeah. My first instinct, or first, with Americans before are like, are they really rude? Are all of them rude?
And then you went there and found out, yeah, they pretty much are.
Yeah. Most of them are very nice. Okay, don't get me wrong. But some of them, like in the stores and everything, I'm like, dang, that's hard. Anyway, that's life.
That
Oh, Patrick said they're natural caretakers.
and they are, and that's
agree.
way cool. That and that's something that's kind of funny here is, I guess I've had somebody say that there are a couple,
That have a house.
but they're
See,
to have like a care home is all but unheard of here.
it's a rare, but there is. I mean, people here, some organization or some,
Because that was something you were pointing out, that even your aunts and uncles that didn't have kids,
we take care of them.
that the families would step in and take care of them. And so that even, that it's typically the kids, but even if they're, you're a couple that doesn't have children, typically brothers or nieces or nephews will step in that role for you.
Yeah.
That's the other thing Filipinas are noted for is, how do I want to politely say this?
Okay, go ahead, say it.
Being overly amorous, especially with foreigners. She didn't know this yet, and I hadn't told her I was going to tell her, and just never
Go ahead.
approached it. Yesterday, I took a walk just to chill out. Up through that squatters area. I wanted to see what it was. And somebody came, hey, are you looking for a girlfriend? No, mini na ka.
Ninyo nako.
Nako?
Mhm.
Oh. They seem to understand. But
Get a pinch you now.
I told them the right thing. I did the right thing. You can go back and ask her.
Don't go there.
Now that she found out I'm going to be banned from walking over there all by my lonesome.
You will sleep downstairs.
No, I'll sleep in the office room.
No. I'm kidding. But you just be careful.
Yeah, I don't plan on going too deep in there without.
You're just trying to attract people easily and they just like, shh. Like you're like a magnet. Shh. So don't be.
I'm as friendly and outgoing as most Filipinos are. And that, yeah, that does. Did you see that comment? That yeah, that she's also got mad prego temper too.
I do.
So
Be careful. I don't blame you.
pretty much. But I'm good with that for right now.
You can handle it pretty much.
Oh,
Okay, we're 36 minutes.
that the malls are starting to open up. My apologies for getting in this to a little bit late. That I promise to try better tomorrow.
We're just doing a promise. We'll
And,
just do live stream.
And that's why I say try better. This week is going to be a little bit confusing for us until we get started a little bit more of a routine. And we're here for a year, so we will get a routine worked out here pretty quickly.
Trying to. Yeah, maybe
Uh,
early tomorrow you need to grab the table and the chair and the condo, whatever.
I'm hoping to kind of do it a little bit later today.
Oh yeah, but you need to be careful driving going there. You know, either early in the morning because there's no LTO. Or just
Jujil's car is not registered or insured yet,
So
and then on top of it, you got a Westerner driving it.
yeah, I'm just telling you
So-
that not to drive in the middle of traffic and a lot of cars.
So I may just do an Uber, or not an Uber, a Grab,
You could ask Papa to join with you so he can help you carry stuff. Yeah.
and that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is worst case, we'll get everything to the elevator and then take it out to the front and do a Grab. But we do need to get going to the malls.
We
And-
thank you and we appreciate your time joining us today.
We definitely appreciate it, especially
our,
dealing with our screwed up
transparent.
schedules.
Transparent emotions and, you know, so that's just who we are and,
Yeah, it's not quite reality TV, but you definitely get real life with us.
sorry. That's
And that's true. And that's part of who and what we are. So,
thank you so much. Mabuhay.
Mom, we gotta get,
Mabuhay. You're not following me.
Mabuhay.
You're silly.